It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
So the Nets starting 5. And for St. Louis, Little out there with Mr. Fundamentals. Then it's P, and it's the closer. And it's Oliver in at the point. And with a few games in the books, Greg, what's the key for coaches during this part of the season?
And Kevin, if I were a head coach, I'd be trying to nail down my best 5. NBA games are mostly decided in that final 3 or 4 minutes. So I want to know who I can trust when it matters most.
He'll be the Nets off the tip. Marion outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
No good on that one. Second free throw, no good. Here's Oliver. It's deflected. Higgs, defended by Little. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the right side. Barrett for 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, you get a little more space out there to operate, and that helps him find the room he needs.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
St. Louis shooting their first free throw tonight.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Raptors in Toronto.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
Yeah, it was an all-around excellent performance, and one I'm sure they'd like to replicate tonight.
Brooklyn with the ball. St. Louis making their last shot. Pass to Coulibaly. The Nets working the ball around now. Stolen away. Now St. Louis, fast break. Here's Clemens. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Just 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. From outside the arc. Little with the rebound.
and close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Rebound, Brooklyn. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Checked in for Brooklyn. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. The net second.
And forcing turnovers is a point of pride for both these teams. That's why their steal numbers have been so high.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Down low, here's Teagues. The shot from the low post is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Clemens. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Here's Oliver. Misses from short range.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
And it's blocked. To the middle. Here's Barlow. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Pass to Coulibaly. They set the screen. Here's Teagues. Makes it off the glass.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Here's Clemens. 14 points from him the last game against 16 feet away. He no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Over to the wing. Onside, Barrett. Back to Eason. It's picked off. That's tipped.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Barrett. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Oliver passes to Clemens. Here's P. Wide open shot is on the money.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, look, he's got the link to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. The Nets making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at St. Louis. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot.
I think for St. Louis, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, and it's to no one's surprise. This is a well-run, well-coached organization. They have a strong culture. They're going to be a tough out for anyone.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Sound.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
And that one falls for Barrett. Primetime's checked in for Little. Marion, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And so Barrett nails both of them.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
And it's time for an injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Brooklyn, and this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. But he's not letting it slow him down out there, and he's going to give it a shot. Kevin?
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now here's Marion. He has yet to score. Here's Ozat. It's good. This game is all even.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Barlow. He had 13 points in the win again.
And how about the rebounding, too? He was just all over the glass, and the other team had no answers for how to contain him.
Pass to Eason. Onside, Barrett. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. For St. Louis, they've gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Here's P. Pass to Oliver. Driving in, and that one is hammered home.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Nets let me know the status. He said that he suffered a nasty bruise to the lower part of his back and that it's really stiffened up on him. The team was just starting to settle into its rotations. Now, next man up. Kevin?
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's Barrett, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Barrett's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn. The Sound have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Here's Clemens, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Personal foul, second team foul.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Barber's checked in for St. Louis. And then for Brooklyn, Mills is checked in. And it's Collier in for Barrett. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Brooklyn trailing. Now Koulibaly. Still scoreless. Mills passes to Collier. The Nets working the ball around now. Pocket 6. Pass to Koulibaly. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. To the left wing. Here's Norris. He's covered by Eason. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And the Nets making a change here. Good on both. Nets trail by 3. Koulibaly with it. Last time out he had 14 points.
Second personal foul, third team foul.
The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
That's good from Koulibaly. St. Louis making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. And Koulibaly drops them both. And it's Carroll with the ball for St. Louis.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
For St. Louis, they've shot 3 of 5 at the foul line. Mr. Fundamentals checked in for the closer. The Nets making a switch here.
Barber, 1 shot.
1 shot.
Nets trail by 4. There's a good screen. Here's Koulibaly. It's hauled in by Norris.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Oliver. He's defended by Koulibaly. Outside Carroll. Rebound Brooklyn. This their first chance to take a look at St. Louis this season.
Yeah, this is a great rivalry, guys. I mean, even though they're in opposite conferences, you look back and these teams have a lot of history.
I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
And there's the drive. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Sound lead by 4.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Koulibaly. Carroll covering. Here's Mills. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Eason, a screen on Carroll. Koulibaly, bounce pass. 6 to shoot. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Norris.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Now here's Carroll. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Nets trail by 6. On the wing, Koulibaly. Pass to Eason. Nets passing it around. Got a piece of it. Now here's Carroll. He's covered closely, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Koulibaly. Carroll covering. Now Koulibaly. The 19-foot shot and all around the rim that time before dropping in. And so it's St. Louis with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the South?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Easton, the last few decades, we've seen the 3 become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the 3 spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the 3 is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner 3.
Setting the floor for the Nets. There's the lob to the hoop. It's stolen by Eason. Here's Collier, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive, so there's a balance.
Here's Norris. After the basket by Brooklyn, it's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Eason. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Norris. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And they pick up 2.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
So the wing on the left. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Takes it inside, and he goes in for the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And the call will be against Primetime. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. He's checked in for St. Louis. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's best defenses.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And again, no good by Brooklyn. St. Louis is leading by 4. Inside. In transition, here come the Nets. Poked loose. Pass to Collier. Nets passing it around. 5 on the clock. From beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Collier's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and it's in there. Nets trail by 3. Higgs, defended by Little. Shot clock at 6. Pulls from the top of the key. St. Louis with the rebound.
That miss was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
Here is Skinny. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Brooklyn with the ball. After the basket by the side. He's in with it. Last game we saw him score 13. Here's Collier. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. St. Louis is leading by 5. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Here's Carroll. Here he goes. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First team foul.
Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu is a big part of what we did in Orlando.
Yes.
Was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
And the Sound making a change here. Oliver's checked in. That one misses. Nets trail by 6. Here's Barrett. Arlo grabs the rebound. Here's Carroll. Rebounded by Marion. Marion's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now Eason. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Collier. St. Louis with the rebound. Arlo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Little, covered by Wesley. Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and it's Little finishing it off.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Wesley. Pass to Collier. To stop the run. And the Nets miss again. St. Louis is leading by 8. Oliver passes to Carroll. Here's Barlow. He's covered by Eason. Barrett against Carroll. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now here's Marion. Still yet to score. Pass to Wesley. Back to Marion. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Sound. On Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. And then on Monday, they'll be playing the Rockets in Houston.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says, with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment was a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you. Here's Barrett following that last three-pointer by St. Louis. Marion left side. Trying to get something going, and it's denied. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Number 45, Tibbs.
St. Louis is leading by 13. Pass to Clemens. A floater. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Marion. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Snatched away. Now St. Louis, fast break. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
To the paint. And a dunk by Marion.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Here's Clemens. After the basket by Brooklyn. Shot clock at 5. Here's the 3. And it's Oliver missing. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 13-point game. From downtown, knocks down the three ball. Barrett's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's Clemens, 7 points in the game. Rebounded by Marion. Nets trail by 10. Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Marion. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Koulibaly with it. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And that one is good. Here's Oliver. To the inside. Norris. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Nets have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Pass to Marion. Koulibaly with it. And the foul on the closer. That is his first foul of the game. The Sound making some changes. He's checked in for prime time. And Mr. Fundamentals subbed in for Barber. A minute 50 left here in the second. Here's the screen to the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the wing. Here's Teagues. A three-pointer, no good. Here's St. Louis now. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Barlow. Another shot. Fires the three. And it's Oliver missing.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Onside, Barrett. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Oliver passes to Pete. Here's Clemens. And a miss there on the triple. Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded closely. 35 seconds left in the first half. On the wing, Koulibaly. 18 feet out. The shot comes out.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. No luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's St. Louis with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings.
You know, right now for the Nets, they're still trying to find their direction. A little too inconsistent for me, and, you know, that's why they're not ranked that high.
Yeah, we've seen glimpses from them. The consistency hasn't been there, but we're just getting started. Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously a lot of work to do for the Nets.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shots.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you can fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. St. Louis is leading by 10. Oliver is out there with the closer. Then it's Little. Then it's P. And it's Barlow in at the 4 spot. 2 points. That one goes. Barlow's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for St. Louis. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. And for the Nets, now Koulibaly. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Oliver. Be out there with Mr. Fundamentals, and it's the closer. Then it's Little, and it's Oliver in at the point guard. To the middle, here's P, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And for the Nets, St. Louis is leading by 12. Stolen. Pass to Koulibaly. And the foul on the closer. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, St. Louis. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to Koulibaly. Clock at 4. Clemens with the rebound. Clemson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And that one is stuffed right through.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And a dunk by Marion.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Pass to P. Down low. Here's Oliver. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Some numbers for a little. Averaging about 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
Everybody has their strengths. Easy to see that rebounding is his, and he is honed in on it.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's the screen. Here's Hosat. And the Nets miss again.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Marion with the steal. Outside, Barrett. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Barrett's got 16. St. Louis is leading by 14. Oliver passes to Clemens. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Count that one. Oliver's got 4 points this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Nets trail by 18. Outside, Barrett. Pass to Koulibaly. And here's Barrett. Nets passing it around. Clock at 6. Here's Koulibaly. The long-distance three is Barrett. Koulibaly's got his third bucket of the night.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Barlow. He has 6. Little gets the bucket.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Koulibaly. Count that bucket. He's got 11. St. Louis is leading by 16. Pass to Barlow. Here's Clemens. Inside, here's P. And he drops in the layup off the glass. P's got 8.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Nets trail by 18. Now, Koulibaly. It's Barrett on the wing, defended by Little. To the inside, Marion. St. Louis with the rebound. Barlow's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
to Koulibaly. Onside Barrett. There's the pick. St. Louis with the rebound. Clemson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the middle. It's stolen by Barrett. On the wing, Koulibaly. 11 points in the game. And the foul on the closer. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Prime time's checked in for a little.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Koulibaly. Lets it fly. St. Louis with the rebound.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And stolen by Eason. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Pass to Koulibaly. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Oliver with the rebound.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Out to the right wing. Here's Teagues. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Sound.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
Collier, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Both good from the line that time. Now here's Marion. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Marion. And a dunk by Marion.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Clemens. He's defended by Koulibaly. Here's Clemens. He's got 13. Over Koulibaly. Clemens, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Pass to Marion. Koulibaly with it. Eason passes to Collier. He grabs the miss. He's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Oliver. Here's Clemens. Guarded by Marion. Tries from the block, and it's blocked. Koulibaly with it. 11 points in the game. To the paint. And a dunk by Marion.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
St. Louis is leading by 20. Here's Oliver. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Now, Koulibaly. Pass to Eason. Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by Norris. Norris has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Oliver. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Oliver's got 6 in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Koulibaly. St. Louis with the rebound. Arlo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. There's the drive. Here's Norris. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Norris has got 14 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
St. Louis is leading by 22. Pass to Clemens. Here's P. Guarded by Marion. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
For St. Louis, they've made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
For St. Louis, Harris taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Gibson passes to Mills. Here's Collier. Pass to Gibson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Nets have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. St. Louis making a switch here. Barber's checked in. And both free throws good from Gibson.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For St. Louis, they've been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
2 shots.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
Pass to Eason. Inside, here's Collier. Lays it up off the glass. Collier's got 7 points.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And here's Carroll. Takes the three. It doesn't go for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Sound lead by 21. And we're coming right back after this break to get the... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. We've got Little. Barber is out there with Primetime, and it's Oliver in at the one spot. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Gibson. To the inside. Shot's good by Mills. Mills has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nets. Now here's Carroll. Here's Norris. They set the pick. Now that one is his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Outside Gibson. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Barber. And a missed layup.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Right side Gibson, driving to the basket. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And it's Barber missing. Nets trail by 16. Outside Gibson. Pass to Eason. Gibson setting the pick for Eason. Launches a three. Barber pulls it in. For St. Louis, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Carroll. And he lays it straight in.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Mills looking it over. Eason passes to Collins. Here's Eason. Beyond the arc. That one doesn't go.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and stolen by Eason. Pavic, Carroll covering. Pass to Eason. Back to Gibson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gibson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Here's Oliver. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14. Here's Gibson. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Right wing, the three from Mills. St. Louis with the rebound. Barber's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
St. Louis is leading by 18. Carroll passes to Norris. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Pass to Eason. Gibson with it. Down low. Here's Collier. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
And we see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
He hits both from the stripe. St. Louis is leading by 18. Skinny the pass to Clemens. Over Koulibaly, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Barrett, wide open, he fires. And the Nets miss again.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Nets trail by 20. Pass to Koulibaly. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Tari Eason's checked in for Collier.
One shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Koulibaly. St. Louis is leading by 17. Here is Skinny. Pass to Clemens. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right, with the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
St. Louis making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Nets trail by 19. To the middle. Pass to Marion. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ozat. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Outside Carroll. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Inside, here's Ozat, and he converts the layup.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Skinny the pass to Pete. Throws it up high, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Down low, here's Koulibaly.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Corey Clemens. 5th personal foul.
Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster. So all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
Nets trail by 19. For 3, Barrett hits it from three-point range. Barrett's got 19 points.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest that shot.
Passed a little. Here's Barlow. Here's Clemens. 5 to shoot. And that one is stuffed right through.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Pass to Marion. Now, Koulibaly. 8 feet away. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Koulibaly's got 8 points in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
There's a good screen. Here's Clemens. Hammers it down right over the D.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
From deep. St. Louis with the rebound. And here's Little. Pass to Oliver. Lets the 3 fly. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
And we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. Here's Clemens, and it's St. Louis with another. Nets trail by 20. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. The closer really making a difference here.
Well, now the question is, how do you scheme this guy? Try to take the ball out of his hands? Bring a second defender? I'm curious to see what they do.
Now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Prime Time.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Pass to Koulibaly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
At the line for the Nets, Koulibaly. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Koulibaly. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. St. Louis is leading by 19 points. Here's Oliver.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
They set the pick. Pass to P. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All the officials are all over that one.
At the line for St. Louis, taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Nets trail by 20. On the wing, Koulibaly. Six to shoot. They set the pick to the inside. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. 1:31 left here in the 4th quarter.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for St. Louis.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Prime Time.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Clemens passes a little. Here's Barlow. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Clemens. Jacks up a 3. No good. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. St. Louis with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Pass to P. St. Louis moving the ball around. Now here's Little. Off target at the rim. You see the sound, get the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Primetime.